You'll see Cognitive has fallen again this week. Erry Day Carry and Most Wanted Esports will be playing up next in the bottom side of the semifinals. Winner to fight Eager, and I think we're going in.
Yeah, no reason to stall, no reason to wait. We got Erry Day Carry, Chapo's team, or now well known as Weekend's team.
That's right.
And Clow's team is going to be Most Wanted. Picks and bans, ladies and gentlemen, into the last semifinal match before we move on.
Now, last week, Clow's team beat Weekend.
Yep.
I don't want to say Weekend's team. I would say they beat Weekend, because
Yeah.
that's the important headline here. Clow beat Weekend, and geez. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, it's Clow's team is very strong. Clow has really made a name for himself in making. He's been very popular on the console side as far as just making these teams that have been very strong.
Alquan gets taken away, and it looks like Guan Yu as well. Soul to be taken, final ban from Erry Day Carry.
I like all these bans. Nothing really to get too concerned about. Odin will be banned. I expect to see the Khepri out of Most Wanted.
Yeah, almost certainly.
It just makes sense.
Waiting on it.
They're
Athena
gonna
available
think
as
about
well.
it. And it will be the Khepri.
Okay.
No reason not to take the bug. You know what I love about him? His little teeth.
He does have little teeth. I've never noticed that before.
Little teeth.
Those are disgusting.
They
Oh
look
my-
like something out of like Adventure Time or Rick and Morty. You know what I mean? Like they just got these little teeth. That's what he bites you with when he hugs you.
Rick
Isis.
and Morty back June 5th.
Oh wow. Isis selected. I still have to watch the show.
You've never watched it?
Oh, I love this. Nope, I haven't.
What do you mean?
You're so mad. You're so
Dude,
mad.
come on. I bet if you watch the first 2 episodes, you won't stop until you're done.
Probably, which is why I haven't.
Come on, man. Chronos is going to be picked up as well as Isis,
The
so
Thor.
Chronos more than likely going to be going to that hunter role.
Yeah, Chronos with the Isis, it's undoubtedly, we're not going to see a jungle Chronos anytime soon. But Zeus will be selected for Most Wanted, and this is the composition I like to see Zeus on. All right, you got a Thor that can come out of nowhere to protect you, and if you're still dying, Khepri's there.
I also like the Athena to deal with extra Chronos rush down or to protect the ice side of her ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
We go back into the ban phase. Nothing but top tier so far, except for maybe Zeus. I don't know if I quite consider Zeus a top tier yet.
He's a flex top tier, like in the right composition
He's a
on the
high-tier
right
character.
player, he winds up on top.
Yeah.
And then etc. The X Balin Q ban, that's an interesting one.
And they're going to take away from Mana as well. No surprise there. Humbot's going to be taken away from Most Wanted. Final one. Do they hit the jungle again?
I think so. We'll see where they opt to go, but I think they do, and they do.
Yeah.
Kali taken out. So you can see just how valuable Xbalanque is, not just to Air Cougar, but in general on the console side of things, which is so very interesting because we've reached a point where at one point, as tier selected, early in the console scene's life, it was really, jokes aside, get big circles because we're adjusting. A lot of these players are now well adapted to the controller. They're very good at it, so that's not the case. But Xbalanque is the lone god that sticks out as a different choice for Xbox and PC.
I think a lot of that has to do with Darkest of Nights as well.
Yep.
Not being able to turn as quickly on the console means that your escape possibilities when you're blind are very limited. And Xbalanque has a very unique ability to blind the other team completely.
See, I chalked it up to the lack of time together as far as these teams are concerned. These teams in general are younger than the PC teams, not
Okay.
age-wise, but just time spent in the
Sure.
in the chamber. And so the Darkest of Nights throws off your initiation. The older teams, the more legacy teams, can go, all right, well, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E. These guys go, plan A's gone. We got to stand still. And so that can throw a wrench in the
No,
situation.
the cursed pick, Nemesis. They're trying to get a win. I don't know. Why would you ban Xbalanque and then pick someone who's blind anyway? That's crazy.
Weekend is still picking Nemesis on the console league. I love Nemesis. Like, full
She's
disclosure,
good.
I love her. I
can't
think
pick
she's
her.
awesome. I think the ultimate has very good application. But this has historically been a poor pick for Weekend on the PC side of things. They lost a LAN because of the Nemesis pick, and I mean we saw it do poorly on PC again this season for DJ Pernicus.
Well, and on Xbox too, Juice didn't make their land because they picked Nemesis. They lost that game because they picked Nemesis. Both Envy and Juice lost their lands and their trip to Worlds based on this character, and yet she still is getting picked. I feel at this point, if I were them, that it would just be cursed. I wouldn't want to pick it. It scares me.
It really does. I mean, even superstition aside, take a look at the enemy team. Zeus, Hou Yi, Khepri, Thor, Amaterasu. It's not the worst lineup to pick Nemesis into because the Amaterasu's tanky, the Khepri's tanky, the Thor will inevitably be tanky, right? It's not terrible. The Zeus doesn't have many options to get away from her, but all you do is buy sprint.
So an early purification burn, as you see Chronos walking away there. Transonics on Ho Yi, one of my favorite players to watch. Transonics is the only homegrown Xbox player who is relevant.
Zachsy. Okay.
Who is relevant. Zachsy is not relevant yet. He has done nothing in this scene to note for the casters to note who he is yet.
With that said, he has been working feverishly to change that. Erry Day Carry.
Well, he could stay sick for now. I haven't seen him beat Trans yet.
Erry Day Carry has been very successful, and we'll see how this game winds up. I've got the opportunity to watch Zachsy a decent amount on various player streams, and he does turn up. But as we always say, it's very different when you're on this platform, when you're on a competitive platform. So definitely need to see that work out. Transonics, and this is just so very interesting to me that our dual lane matchup is two native console players.
And it's kind of interesting that they're both hunters.
Yes.
Not support, they're not solo, they're hunter players. And I think a lot of that has to do with because a hunter is going to play most like a shooter.
Sure.
And these, I already know that Transonics was a competitive Call of Duty player. I would assume Zachsy had a similar background.
Yeah, that's just very similar to come from shooters into this. Weekend, No Fear walks directly into the Thor. Thor has an option out. Clow, on the other hand, on the Zeus, does not.
You know, it's funny. Adjust and Weaken, two of the most celebrated junglers in Season 2, both find themselves playing Xbox behind Eager.
Yes.
Which is not a fate I would have expected for either of them, considering their trips to Worlds.
Weaken is very fresh. You know, he's got the 1 week under his belt, and to be fair, I think he joined the squad very late into that week. This is really, I'm looking at as far as Weaken's debut.
I think Weaken's biggest problem here is going to be going and playing with these players. It's going to be Aggro instead of Kiki. It's going to be Elchapo instead of Cyclone Spin. Like, this is a very stark difference. Also, what in the hell? That was a lot of AoE damage. Trouble on all sides, and yet no one has died?
Not just yet. Weaken trying to find a way out. He's got the Mark of the Crows, so he doesn't want to get too close. But close is where he'll go, directly into Trans. Transonics going to jump underneath the tower. And now Adjust, smacking him down. Adjust, that is the same one from Enemy. And he just took the same Weekend down from Envy.
How did he wind up getting the kill? Lots of trouble for Borchacho, doesn't quite hit the return. Zachsy sent out a fair amount of damage, but after all of that AoE and that giant mess, you really would have expected Erry Day Carry to come out with 2, maybe even 3 kills, but instead it's Most Wanted that finds themselves in a position where they're taking first blood.
Very rough stuff in the jungle, as you said. Luckily for Nemesis, or luckily for Weekend, he didn't go red pot, so he's able to... The death isn't good, but it's not as bad as it might be, as many junglers start with the red pot. Matt Koiz going to be pushed under his own tower by Chapo, who we should note has been a fantastic jungler. Chapo has really stood out, but took the soul in position when Weekend decided that he would approach the team.
Which is a great idea. And so, Chapo, the way that he did that fearless into the tower to take the tower shot and then heal it up, I mean, that's pretty obvious tier combo. That's pretty obvious setup as well, but only to a solo laner. If you're a viewer at home thinking, of course that's what he would have done, that's because you get to watch from the bird's eye view. It's easy to make the decisions here, but deciding to walk into the enemy tower when you're playing for seeding points to go into a pro league, that kind of stuff to show that he's that capable and that confident is a very important trait for a person who's brand new to the role.
Nailed it. Confidence. This guy, Chapo, is one of the most confident dudes. And with that said, he's not overzealous. He understands his limitations. He's very well aware that he's learning the position. But
by the way, remember, Chapo's going to do much better on Xbox too because, quote, he doesn't know computers.
that is a quote from him.
Is it actually? I don't know computers.
And to Chapo's credit.
Trouble.
Oh, wow. Aggro in some trouble here.
And detonate. Cloud doesn't have it just yet. In fact, it's going to wear off, it seems. Yeah. Weekend getting a kill, too.
Yep. Good play by Weekend. A lot of slows coming out. No starting sprint. That's a problem. As the game goes on, I expect to see at least 3 sprints.
By the way, check out Chapo's build.
Yeah.
Going into Transcendence. Cloud in some trouble here. Slowed down, and wow, Chapo out of nowhere with the kill.
4-minute rotation. And like this is what I was getting at by saying he's a confident player and he's new to the solo lane. He's going to bring his jungle. That's what I like to see. When players switch roles, they bring their instincts with them.
Yeah.
He's going to bring his jungle instincts. He recognizes a gank in mid lane, and he just goes for it.
Plus, he was also a support player for quite some time as well, so he knows when to try to protect and when to peel. And a character like Tyr is a jungler. We've seen him in support a few times. Not a great idea, but he does have some peel mechanics as well. This is a perfect hybrid character for him to be playing. In fact, I think solo is kind of a hybrid of support and jungle.
Exactly, and I'm very excited for Chapo to be in here, and he has been on the grind. One of the biggest things that I noted about, and I say this about Matty Pocket as well, is that Matty Pocket and Chapo have both switched roles into something they're unfamiliar with, and you can go to their Twitch channel at any point, and they're streaming their role, learning and practicing and learning, and just grinding. And that's something that Chapo will always be doing. He's just always on the grind.
I'm surprised Chapo didn't actually just go and knock him into the tower. Now, on the other hand, Matt Koiz was a jungler as well and has found himself in the solo lane, but is not, in my eyes, doing as well as Chapo has. I don't think the exchange has been as fluid. I think Chapo took to the role very quickly, a la Matty Pocket, but Matt Koiz seems to be struggling.
Yeah, Matt Koiz has not had the same level of success. It's just very interesting how that winds up. Clow stuck. He'll get a Khepri ult. Thank you for showing up, Wubbin.
So if I was Clow, I don't think Zeus would be my go-to character, just because like when you see Clow in a game, you like really want to kill him. Like, it's embedded into your DNA as a Smite player to, like, kill him as fast as possible. A really good responsive ult. He's trying to heal up before he gets caught. Juke back. Adjust.
Well played. Adjust going to be off the mark. Some extra damage protection coming out from the Athena ult. And Chapo's right back in, looking for Adjust, waiting for the cooldowns to come back up. He's in the defensive form. He heals up, looking very, very strong. And the Ice Assault not going to find a home.
Just going to be stuck under the tower here with Matthew Koiz. So Erry Day Carry finds himself still in a 2-1 advantage thanks to the rotation still from Chapo, who also finds himself out of danger quite quickly.
And Clow, one more time. You had the Khepri ult last time, buddy. Not this time.
I'm telling you.
Weekend puts another kill onto himself. 2-1-1 for the Nemesis.
That silence was just straight up godlike. Adjust really should have started with the wall there to block the path off and then gone into the Berserker Barrage, or even auto attacks would have done it. But he goes in for the all-in, and Aggro shuts it down. Good play.
Now, you mentioned before about the type of environment that Weekend was in before and Weekend's in now. You know, you're pretty right. Chapo is an aggressive guy, both in his gameplay and in his just general well-being. Chapo makes the rotation from solo for mid-camps. Love it. I don't know too much about Zachsy. Brochacho is Chapo's cousin. They're very similar, although Brochacho is very laid back. Aggro is similar to MLC. He's relatively nice on the surface, just a general hunky-dory guy, right?
Sure.
So I think there's a decent balance of egos and player tendencies here.
Wubbin in trouble, stuck inside the circle of protection, taking a lot of damage, gonna be able to erase 2 ultimates with his own, and there's not gonna be a follow-up, I don't think. Yeah, there's no way for them to get that deep, so really good Khepri ult to get him out of danger.
Weekend almost got that kill. With that kill, it might have even been up to his opponent just a step ahead, about 200 gold and a level.
I like the build coming out from Weekend, by the way. Going right into the Iqbal in the early game gives him a lot of boxing potential.
Yeah, a lot of times when you see Nemesis builds, they have a lot of sort of just wait till I get 3 items. Wait till I get 3 items. And I think there are 2 directions to go for Nemesis that help her out as far as bridge items are concerned.
And if LAN history feeds us that answer, it would be down?
Yeah. Jotuns. And I like Jotuns and I like Iqbal on her, depending on where you go. The Jotuns allows you to give more ultimates for a particularly tanky lineup, Zhang Kui. The Iqbal allows you to do what Weekend's trying to do here and just fight.
Aggro in some trouble with that health bar. As you hear it just taking to the sky, he's going to be looking for that kill in the back line. Misses once again, stunned out. It should still be a kill if Wubbin can get back there, but you see Brochacho trying to cover it. Adjust maybe with a double here. And yeah, it will be 2 people taken down, but Adjust a little bit of trouble here. Wubbin does not have his ultimate available, so it's going to be a kill for Weekend.
Nice Weekend.
Clow finds Zachsy as well.
Yeah, Clow by himself on the backside. Make sure that Chronos can't join that fight. Love the play coming out in general.
And Trans, Trans will have a little bit of contest here as it looks like Chapo doing a lot of damage. That Transcendent's coming up huge. Matt Koiz a little bit too late to the party. He'll get a stun, but Athena comes down and he walks into the Athena.
Walks into the damage. That's a problem. And the Chach winds up on top of Koiz.
Matt Koiz is going to be put in a very important 30-second timeout to let him think about what he did there.
Gotta recognize that you're going to need a hit, because Defender of Olympus hits so hard.
Yeah. Like,
so hard.
Very, very hard.
The scaling's irrelevant because he doesn't have any power, but it hits really hard.
Wubbin in a weird spot once again, taking the decent amount of damage. Slice and dice, and the shield wall puts him down about a third. Clow here, low mana, won't be able to continue in an engagement, but Justice here to hold down the Gold Fury side just in case they make the attempt.
Wubbin's a player that I really, frankly, I want to see him succeed on the console side. I feel like he has he's always performed at a decent level on PC, and then unlike some of these other players that have sort of gotten a second and third chance, and now he has always sort of just been given the short end of the stick. So coming over to the console scene, I would like to see him succeed. I honestly want to see a little bit positivity going the way of our young Khepri.
Left side getting pushed once again as we hover on Transonics. Doing a pretty good job. You see him still a step ahead of his opponent. 1-1-1 versus 0-1-0. Ho Yi, of course, in the endgame, still just as relevant as he is in the early game. One of the few characters that I think maintains a same level of relevancy as the game goes on. Very easy to set up stun, good escape with dive bomb, ultimate is space controlling, or it can be a lot of damage, and then, Ricochet plus the Mark of the Golden Crow in the endgame is a lot of damage.
And similar to, I'm going to say this and people are going to get mad. Similar to Thanatos, his job changes as the game goes on.
Yeah, no, they're going to get mad.
Wubbin's in trouble. He's going to die.
Look at the block
Great
from Weekend as well. Very smart. And it's going to be Circle of Protection. Not enough damage. No cover from Weekend. Got too afraid of the ultimate.
Ooh.
And it's going to be aggro to fall as Brochacho's forced into the air. But a big amount of trouble as Matt Koiz rotates over.
Matt Koiz takes the damage one more time. Finds a stun onto Zachsy, but he's already channeling.
Look at this guy!
Double Fearless, double Power Cleave, double everything! Brochacho takes out Clow. Brochacho takes out Adjust. Elchapo does all the work. And the Athena shows up. Thanks, cousin. I'll take two.
Was that a double? Was that not a triple? It looked like he caught three there.
That was a triple Fearless.
It was a triple Fearless.
Into double kill.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow. Chapo's feeling himself on that one. He's got to be. And now it looks like he's going to be going into Breastplate of Valor for more cooldowns. Chapo still holding the front line as Erry Day Carry takes another Gold Fury. This time, Weekend's crew looking just a little bit better.
And honestly, a lot of it is Chapo.
Almost all of it is Chapo.
And so I've criticized solo lane warriors in the past for building offensive items because their job is strictly frontline.
Right.
When you have a Nemesis in the jungle, it's not the same as a hyper carry in the jungle.
That's true.
Now your power, your carry, your damage is shared.
Exactly, and given the fact that Transcendence is the highest damaging item in the game for physicals, taking away that protection with Divine Judgment from Nemesis allows Chapo to get to the backline and erase somebody.
Exactly. So in this particular situation, the solo laner and the jungle are working together to be one carry instead of I'll build defense, you build offense, see you later. It's a combination. And I love that, again, going to what you're talking about in the last match about them playing together as a team, it's exactly what you want to see.
Weekend trying to hold the backline as much as possible here as Clow and the boys move forward. Wubbin again in a lot of trouble, this time not getting out of it. A few ults burn, but they're going to take down Khepri once again. And Adjust going in?
Gets aggressive, looking at Weekend. Weekend's able to fight now.
And
that Ikaval's online, and he's 2 steps into Chins.
And he's going right into Chins, yeah. Wow. I would have expected a Jotun's Wrath.
Yep.
And then Chins. But no, he's going pure attack speed.
Yeah, he just wants to fight. Cloud's in some trouble. Damage into the stun. Will be purified. What's up? Behind you, Chapo.
And another good ultimate from Zachsy. Trouble here in the backline once again. Brochacho trying to get out of here. Matt Koiz will find that kill. A good return, but is it going to be enough?
Just a little bit. No more damage coming out.
Adjust in some trouble here. Chapo 1 hit away. Will be able to teleport. No blink available. Nice. And he will just barely escape the very last bit of his mana used to get out of danger.
You know, this Nemesis pick is working out. The 3-1-5 on the Weekend.
Don't worry, we got time.
As much she gets better as the game gets later, to be fair.
You know, you would think.
I don't know. I'm willing to relinquish my point of haha.
Nemesis.
Yeah, I'm willing to. Okay, never mind. I'm glad you didn't catch on what I said.
Oh, I see. Matt Koiz in some trouble. Going to be slowed down here. Does have a fair amount of movement speed, but there's no running from Athena. She's going to get taunted. Matt Koiz gets traded out for nothing.
I love the way this
Hey, Chapo, welcome back. And look at this. Look at him. He's like, I don't even need to Fearless. I'm just going to make you move in weird directions, and then I'm going to bust you up.
And everybody on my team's going to help out. Khepri ultimate is going to hurt Clow, but should find the damage. Erry Day Carry. Clow takes out Chapo first, though. That's the downside to that Transcendence.
Thor going in. Does catch the end of that, but might be in trouble. Doesn't want to throw the hammer here. He's going to be caught. Yeah, it's very smart to get out of there as fast as possible. Sanctuary burn, but not going to be much to do there. Wubbin tries his damnedest, and in a pretty impressive way, too, the way that he saved so many times in that fight. I really like Wubbin's play this game.
Yep. He's been caught out a couple of times, but Wubbin has been able to contribute pretty well.
Wubbin's only died once, though.
He's burned his ult a couple of times.
That's true.
He got caught.
That's true.
But like you and I both said, he's been able to do it. Going the patented Jigs build as well.
Yeah.
Those boots will not be finished until probably the end of the game.
I mean, he could finish them next. He could.
A lot of times you see, because the idea behind this build is that it's just not worth the gold.
It really isn't.
So you just spend the gold on more efficient items or items that better serve your protection.
Trouble. Robin not paying attention there a little bit early. Might get burned down here. Isis not enough. One more hit's going to do it, and the Slice and Dice will be it. A rotation over from Matt Koiz towards the right side. Weekend in some trouble, not getting away from this one, a 1-for-1 trade, and I would say that is probably in favor of Most Wanted.
Yeah, I mean, you'll trade. Sorry, Wubbin. You'll trade a support any day of the week for that.
Oh, but Chapo again trying to answer it back. Nice wall coming out from Adjust. Don't know if it's going to be enough. Sanctuary going to be good, but Clow going to get taken down here, and Wubbin not in a great position. Or rather, Adjust.
Brochacha with 4 kills, all of which have come from a situation where Chapo does over half the guy's HP. Cousin and Cousin helping each other out. Transonics burns his jump to find some safety.
And Trans trying to make something happen here. Matt Koiz in the back line trying to do some damage. Frostman Hammer's not done, which means he can't stick as well as he would hope. Aggro walks away without even taking the Heavenly Reflection. And it looks like we'll stay safe for now.
Our 2 hunters have been very, very quiet, just staying in their lanes so far. You can see them even low on the player damage. They haven't been involved in these fights at all. 1-1-1 on Trans and 0-1-3 on Chronos. So a little bit of dabbling with the fight, but not too much.
So Wubbin has his Breastplate of Valor done now, a very massive upgrade, but stuck in a weird spot. Adjust smart to rotate in.
Look at the big difference. Finishes Breastplate, all of a sudden, that tickles Weekend. Not a big deal. Question for you. Do we see Midgardian Mail today?
Oh, first we talk about Matt Koiz, forced to ult. Let's watch what Chapo does here. Doesn't quite get it. Does he have his ultimate available? He does, but there's no way that he catches that Amaterasu. There's just no way. Unless she lazy backs and he ults over the wall. And he's not going to. He's going mid.
Yeah, he's going mid. He wants
By the way, that was a lightning storm that we just saw. Where are you going, Adjust? Nemesis?
Love the play. Not going to find the Marcus Chapo. Not in trouble, though, as he's with his team.
Wubbin gets out. Nemesis gets out as well, as it looks like they're going to try to do something here. Transonics rotates over and will quell that for now. No goal. Fury still hanging out.
17 on the clock, 14-8. Read the kills. And Erry Day Carry lead in both categories. 3,000 gold as well as 4,600 experience.
Yeah, closer to 5K now too.
Erry Day Carry. They got smoked pretty hard last week, but like I said, Chapo was in a brand new position, and Weekend had joined the team 3 days prior. You can't really expect much out of that.
And that's something that a lot of other teams are lacking is a Weekend. You know, Allied had said to me before Weekend was removed, he's like, replacing Weekend is almost an impossible feat. I mean, the guy is not only the main shot caller, but he's a meta genius. While sometimes the things he comes up with are a little bit crazy, like Khepri jungle, he's still thinking outside the box, which is not something a lot of players can attest to. And with Weekend shot calling for extremely capable players mechanically, things like that happen.
Adjust just gets caught out. Going to use his hammer to find a decent exit strategy. Love the Nemesis shield, love the detonate.
By the way, did you hear that Athena dash?
Yes.
She wasn't looking for hits. Nope. That's Brochacho knowing his character so well. Is like, I'm going to get 1 stack right now on my block, because taking any damage away from Transonics is going to be the key to winning this game. Yeah,
Brochacho, a long-time support player. Wubbin taunted into everything.
Yes.
Aggro gets credit for the Wubbin.
And Chacho coming back in, or rather Chapo coming back in. Matt Koiz to the back line, trying for some damage. He's going to head towards Aggro. Does he have enough? No, the Heavenly Reflection goes down. Adjust, though, coming in big time, hitting a huge stun and getting a kill.
Big deal. Adjust as Chapo takes Clow out off screen. Adjust now in some trouble. Can he get a kill first? No! Nemesis takes out Adjust. And Matt Koiz now.
Oh, no, Nemesis went the wrong way. Matt Koiz might be able to escape this. Doesn't have a lot of healing going on. Zachsy speeds it up and takes him down.
Let's go.
And Transonics, he's having a hard time this game because the rest of his team's dying too quickly. Wubbin is getting caught out of position a fair amount. Matt Koiz really not able to contribute much, but suicide attempts. Transonics in a bad spot. Bluestone Pendant was not picked up, which means he's not going down just yet. He throws down the Suns, trying to deflect Chapo's aggression, but I got to tell you, he is not scared.
No.
Again!
Wubbin out of nowhere! What a good ult.
I'd be mad.
Chapo is mad.
I'd be
I'm
mad.
gonna steal a wave now.
And they're going to get the gold here, though. Erry Day Carry way up in front as we go back to the graphs. Almost 6,000 gold.
Wow.
The seniors of Most Wanted Esports. Wow.
Yeah, Erry Day Carry. True to their name. Doing it very well. And I like to see how well this team has gelled with Weekend in the jungle. And, you know, I think it's a very, very, very good look for Chapo to move to solo so quickly. Because a lot of players are going to come in and say, look, I know you're the big man from PC, but I'm running this team. This is my team. I've been carrying my team every day. It's named after my ability to carry this team. But instead, Chapo, as what?
What was that? Very strange series of decisions, but the Cousins walk away from that one safely. Matt Koiz not getting much done there.
But yeah, instead Chapo just goes, you know what? Yes, he's better than me. He's proven. Go for it. I'll shift. And he's able to really make an impact elsewhere. I think that speaks volumes to the willingness to win rather than the willingness to be the guy. And that's super important if you're going to win.
Pressure in the mid lane. No, they're going to relinquish the pressure, and they're going to go back into the jungle, it seems. Wow, I really thought they were going to start going for it.
Yep.
Granted, I'm glad they didn't, considering there was a pretty diesel rotation coming over from Zachsy.
Wubbin shows up by himself in the mid lane. Doesn't get caught this time.
Zachsy doing a good job of making me remember his name, by the way. He's having a good game. 2 rewinds have been really clutch so far, and they're going to rush it down. Wubbin burning his ult very, very early, and yeah, it will get activated.
That's big. Isis ultimate, aggro on point as usual. With it, the stun going to find the person in front of him.
This guy.
Here comes Chapo. Nobody sees him. Blink. Power cleave. That's the dead adjust. Now he's going to keep on keeping on. Chapo not going to die.
He's got that jungle mentality.
Yep.
That how do I get in there as an assassin? And every single time, look at it, he goes right back towards the back line.
The backside.
And
flips on top.
big
That's
time.
a slow, fearless power cleave. Koiz is down. Chapo looking at Clow now. Want to find one more. Fearless is immune out, and this might be a dead. No, he finds the heal.
And he switches back into Fearless and gets another triple kill for Chapo. Destruction all around. It's going to be a deicide, and he's still hanging strong.
Chapo with the unofficial quadra kill. Fantastic play out of the brand new solo laner, and takes a shot from the tower just as the taunt. That's my Chapo.
This guy, he's got bloodlust, man. I love the way that he's playing. I got to wonder, though, is it the tier? Is it just embedded in him? He's played it in jungle before. Is there going to be anything different? Weekend's still alive. They're looking at Adjust, taking a lot of damage. Sanctuary and Purification burned, and it's going to be the final shot from Aggro, taking him down. And I got to tell you, the tilt is starting.
Yeah, I mean, Chapo just... The solo laner just came through and handled Most Wanted. I'm going to take out your guy backing in the back line. I'm going to Fearless 8 of you under your own tower. And then I'm going to taunt you after the fact. Like... That was out of this world nuts. I thought he was for sure dead under that tower, Brandon.
Okay, so what's the name of the green item for tier?
Genji's Guard.
Is it not Oni's Hunter?
No,
Oni Hunters?
that's Genji's Guard.
It's Genji Guard?
Yeah, that is a lot of physical protection. It's going to make lifesteal less effective against him.
No, that's Spectral Armor, man. Those are completely different items. You were right, I think, about the name, but you were completely
magical
off.
protection.
It's magical protection. And is this the one that
This is the stacking one. When you're out of
one.
combat,
Yes.
it's going to stack. Yes.
And as you get hit, it removes some of the magical protection. But it's like 100-something. Matt Koiz with the ultimate here, not going to get the stun as Chapo takes to the sky. Wubbin's here for the save, just in case. And it's going to be a burned ultimate. Nice wall by Adjust, though. Yeah,
great stun right in the middle of the Clow ultimate. That's going to send Chapo walking the other direction.
Where's he going? We can kill
Clow.
What in the world?
7-2 and 13 on that Nemesis.
Oh, so this is actually the increased HP and movement speed.
Yep. As he stays out of combat, he will go faster and heal up.
Just gone.
Thanks, Aggro.
Matt Koiz walking away from there. Sprint burned as well. I'm pretty sure that one came out from who did that come from? Oh, it looked like it came up from Wubbin, so one of his relics is down as well. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, so realistically, jokes aside, with this green item.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically what this allows him to do, I guess you can compare it to an item like Mail of Renewal, in the sense that you go in, you get the kill, and then you sit and hang out. As you're out of combat, your HP 5 ticks up, you go fast, and then as soon as you get hit by the magic damage, that's when everything starts building up, your movement speed and your heal. So he's looking directly at Clow. He wants to fight Clow in the face as soon as he gets hit.
And remember, it increases your HP 5, which will couple with the sovereignty that's picked up if he's within the range of the aura, which is pretty massive.
Right.
Oh, look at this. Right for it. No trouble whatsoever. The closest person right now would be Adjust as Transonics is backing. It looks like this is going to be a pretty easy win. Wait, no, Adjust finally making his rotation.
Nah,
no,
he's looking at Chapo. Chapo's in the mid lane distracting everybody.
And there it is.
Erry Day Carry picks up the Gold Fury. Chapo nowhere close to dying.
Nowhere close. And he's looking at Wubbin. Wubbin from behind in a lot of trouble. It's going to be a CC chain. Very early ult, and that was smart. But look at the block. Nowhere to go.
Transonics drops the Suns on the entirety of Erry Day Carry as Zachsy cleans it up.
Wait, where did it just go? How did it just die?
Zachsy cleans it up.
I saw that, but how?
Zachsy cleans it up.
Right. Right
I mean,
side.
Chronos is 50 seconds of the Doom Orb.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's Chronos at this stage of the game. He's almost full builds. He's getting there. Matt Koiz trying to box out once again. Not going to find much.
Look at all the wards. Look at all the sentry wards.
Transonics and Matt Koiz going to be the ones trying to take this one down. Fire Giant a little under half right now as the Isis ult comes out a little premature.
No Suns available. Weekend picks up the kill.
Oh.
Erry Day Carry gets the Fire Giant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a big Isis ult.
Did you expect that to kill it?
Yes.
Really? I did not.
He's he's not Doom Orb. I didn't expect that to kill it.
Matt Koiz again, not in a great position. 2-5-2 compared to the new, Chapo. I mean, both of them take to the role at the same week, and the difference is beyond night and day because those still describe the same single 24 hours. I mean, there's weeks difference between these guys.
You can call them different moon phases. Adjust in some
Must
trouble.
be Friday the 13th.
No purification available for him
Look at
just
this guy.
yet. Chapo just tanking the tower, and he's taking the tower well, forcing the enemy out of his way. Everyone's afraid of that Fearless.
And
Meanwhile,
the whole time.
split push weekend.
I love this. He's just getting done what he needs to get done. Another 1,500 gold. Go to the graphs here because so much is getting taken. 17,000.
17,000. That'll do it.
Wubbin in the back line staring down what looks like imminent death. Good dodge by Chapo as he goes back. Adjust taken to the sky as his support falls.
Weekend gets credit for that one. 10 kills in total for the brand new jungler on the side of Erry Day Carry. Over the top comes the tier, and no surprise here, going directly for Clow. Zeus falls for the 10th time this game.
You know, someone said, he's obviously not playing a lot of tier in the solo lane. Someone says to him, yeah, man, you got to use Unwielding well. And he's like, or Unyielding, and he's like, Unyielding, just go in? Got it.
Got it.
I don't know what that means. I'm just going to rush him down, bro.
I don't do computers. I just kill with them, and that's the beauty of what's going on here. Double Fearless
Again!
one more time, finding the group up. Really on point this game, 9, 1, and 10 so far. Looking for number 10 himself. Can he put the... No, it's going to come through.
Oh, he actually winds up popping it, though. That actually winds up delaying Matt Koiz' heal, given the fact that he would have been in the fountain. Only by about a second, but still.
Erry Day Carry playing this very safe, not willing to go deep into the Titan.
So they're going to take two birds. They're going to back up a little bit. They're going to group up, take down another big win over on the right side. Let's take Golden Hand, and remember, add 300 to whatever you're seeing for each. Oh, my God.
Wow. Now, here's my question.
Are you serious?
Before full build, if you're a player like
16,000 gold.
If you're a player like Chronos, right? Let's say he finishes this shard. Never mind, he bought a rod. All right.
He's got both. He had like 4K.
Well, I mean, they cleared up literally every structure on the map.
I really wish Isis would have sold that Dynasty Plate Helm to finish up the Rod of Tahuti.
I agree. Dynasty Plate Helm definitely a little bit more of an early game item.
Especially given the fact that she has pen boots and the Obsidian Shard for pen. She doesn't need that other flat pen anymore.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But, I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
Exactly. Aggro has been a big part, and that's what I like about this team. we can harp on how well Chapo and Weekend have been doing, but everybody has been doing their part here.
Yeah.
I mean, Aggro, the Spirit Balls have facilitated, well, 13 of these kills.
Just forced to use his ultimate in a pretty bad spot. Matt Koiz not in a great position either, going to be forced to take an awkward... What?
Adjust lands aggressively. No teleport as he's silenced out!
Hello? All right, so best case scenario, clear wave. Worst case scenario, 5v4. Didn't weigh that one, it seems. Right side bird, the only obstruction, really, for them to get to the base. Blink in, and already Clow under half.
And when you can... Wow, that's exciting.
Wasn't quick enough. Wubbin actually does not get the ultimate off fast enough, and it still burns by, I think, going on to him.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to be a rough one for
No, I think
Most Wanted. This is probably the last... Wow. Okay, there's the ultimate. Matt Koiz will be saved. And the
Doesn't matter.
Going to get dropped. Transonics does what he can, but it's just not enough. Ice Assault popped. Everyone's damage on the Titan. 35-10 read the kills, and 30 minutes exactly as Erry Day Carry winds up on top of their opponent.
Zachsy proved me wrong. Great game there.
Yep.
The Chronos was great. 3 ultimates actually get him out of danger in such a dramatic fashion that I thought the fight would turn right there.
It was fun. Unfortunately, just not enough. And the enemy team comes back around. Let's take a look at First Blood and how this one started and got kicked off. And it was all about Adjust here. Most Wanted's jungler doing the work.
Now, this should have been a major, major win. Because look at this. Look at how much damage gets put on. The purification really is what saved them, because the amount of damage Adjust was able to do to push Weekend away while being able to defend his team repeatedly. Weekend got so close to, oh my lord.
Yeah, it was just not enough. And we
And
saw as the game developed, that damage did eventually come out. Weekend did a very, very good job on Nemesis, despite the fact that I didn't like it.
Speaking of Weekend, let's take a look at the highlight reel that we've created for this guy, because I mean, the dude had a game.
Yeah,
what was his kill to death ratio? It was somewhere. I think he was close to a part of 30 kills throughout that game.
Most likely. I mean, Nemesis, he was 10 with 2 deaths.
And I think the assists were like 20, around 20. It was high.
It was way up there. Just battling it out.
Look at that. I just realized, oh my god, I have literally no options. We can shut everything down. And then rushed in. Ultimate a little bit late there, admittedly, but he still gets the kill and still gets out.
Look at all those plays, and again, just taking a look at the silences that come out from Aggro. He understands. He plays like Kiki.
But let's take a look at the star here.
Chapo.
Second week in the role, Elchapo coming in with the hottest ganks you've seen on tier in years. Let's do this. Let's do this.
This, I mean, he's a man after my own heart.
3-man.
The tier, absolutely crushing it. Transcendence, first item. He knows exactly what he's here to do. He's here to control and pound.
3-man fearless, 3-man power cleave, 3-man power cleave, 3-man fearless. 4 applications of abilities in a heartbeat. Here's a kill onto Adjust, clean as all hell, and then walks right over to Clow, forces him away.
And then, oh yeah, it's the play in the mid lane that really gets it for me. Watch, he heals up off of these minions and he takes them out very quickly. He's on the mini-map. Most Wanted should know he's here. Just kidding, over the top. I'm going to take out one player, and then he just continues. The body block is strong enough to deal with Clow. He gets sanctuaried out right here, but he just doesn't care. This looks like the end of
him,
Brandon.
Oh, he's definitely dead. Oh my god, he's healed. Where'd this fearless come from? And he's out with the triple.
That stuff is so much fun to watch. Tier remains to be one of the most exciting characters when he's piloted like that. And with that fantastic display, Erry Day Carry will continue on to play Team Eager. Do you think they can beat Team Eager is the million-dollar question.
With the way they just played, and given the fact that Cognitive's game was not very good and Eager still struggled, with the way that Erry Day Carry just played, I think this might be the break week.
Most Wanted was good opposition as well. It wasn't as if it was an easy team. So either way, SCL Qualifiers winding up in a very exciting finals. Eager, can they win the 3rd week in a row? Will Chapo and Weekend throw a monkey wrench in the cogs? Let's take a look very soon.